Greetings, math fans. All right, so this is day 3 of chapter 6, and today what we're going to do is we're going to add and subtract rational expressions. So just to kind of recap what we've done in the past couple days, the first day we kind of talked about what makes it undefined. Remember we said the denominator equals 0, and then we actually just simplified rational expressions, okay? And then we did multiplication and division. That was actually pretty easy. Now we're going to do adding and subtracting, which I think is a little more challenging, but let me just write down here. So we're going to add and subtract rational expressions. And remember, adding and subtracting is a little bit different because you don't just cancel stuff out. You actually have to have a common denominator. Okay, so our first day we're actually going to have like or common denominators, which actually is easier than the following day, than day 4, where we're going to have unlike denominators. You got to do a little bit more work. Okay, but let's just do today. So let's talk about adding first. Think of it this way: if you have, 1/5 plus 3/5. Okay, well, do you guys agree? If that's the same, if I have 1/5 and I add 3/5, I have 4/5, right? Pretty easy. So again, that number has to be the same on the bottom, and then you just add the numbers on top. So if I kind of just show a little bit more work, it's really saying 1 plus 3 over 5. As long as my denominator is the same, I have one common denominator. And then I just add we call it the numerators, or add the tops together to give us our 4/5. Okay, so if I just put a variable in here, if I said x over 3 plus 2 over 3, you have a 3 in the bottom, one denominator, and then you're going to say x plus 2. Now please, if I said x plus 2, don't tell me 2x. Don't try to combine those together. You're just like adding and subtracting like terms, right? So in this case here, I had the 1 and the 3. I was able to add that together because 1 and 3 are just numbers, okay? But I have an x and a 2, and you can't combine them together, but the answer is x plus 2 over 3. All right? It's like if I had x over 10 plus 3x over 10. Okay? That same denominator is a 10, and then I'm doing this, x plus 3x. And x plus 3x is 4x over 10. And then you're using your calculator, as we talked about already. You got to learn how to use your calculator. You reduce that if you can. Okay, and 4 over 10 does reduce to 2/5, so it's 2x over 5. Okay, you got to reduce it. Got to use your calculator to reduce it. Okay? All right, so let's do a couple more problems here. If I did x plus 4 over 5 plus 2x plus 3 over 5. Okay, again, it has the same denominator, so I'm just going to write it right away and put a 5 here. And I have x plus 4, and this is just because plus is easy, addition is easy, and then 2x plus 3. Okay, I combine like terms, so I get 3x plus 7 over 5. And that's all you can do. Nothing else you can do. It's your final answer. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, let's try another one here right below it. Another example. 4x plus 3 over 3 plus 2x plus 6 over 3. Okay, well, I'm going to put the 3 in the bottom, and then I'm going to go 4x plus 2x is 6x. 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, always look to see if you can factor the top. Always, always, always. And I can factor out of 3. So if I factor 3, I get 3, and then I get 2x plus 3. Right? If you need to, if you want to divide, you're just showing a little side work here, 6x plus 9. If I'm factoring out of 3, I'm dividing each of those sides by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I get this 2 right here. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3, so I get 3 there. Okay? Over 3. And then you should see, oh, like that cancels out. So my answer is 2x plus 3. And don't put it over 1. I mean, if something's over 1, it's just 2x plus 3. It's like saying, how old are you? And you go, oh, I'm 16 over 1. And then people are like, you're weird. Okay? So if it's not, if it's over 1, just don't say over 1. Just say what the answer is. Okay? All right, let's try another example. 2x plus 4 over 6 plus x plus 8 over 6. Okay, combine it together. 2x plus x is 3x, and 4 plus 8 is 12 over 6. Okay, well, you can factor the top. I can factor 3 out of there. So I get 3, and what do I have? I get x divided by 3, x plus 4 over 6. Okay, and then it's 3 over 6. 3 over 6, if you put it in your calculator, it's 1 half. 1 half, right? So it's really x plus 4 over 2. That's your final answer. Okay, it's not bad, right? So let's do subtraction. Subtraction is a little bit more difficult. Not that much more, just a little bit. Okay, so I get x over 3 minus 2 over 3. Once again, same denominator, and that's what you want. You want a 3 in the denominator, and it's x minus 2. That's your final answer. What? That's easy. Easy, easy, easy. All right, so let's do a problem that's just a little bit more challenging. 4x plus 1 over 3 minus x minus 5 over 3. Okay, so really what I'd like you to do is, let's write it out. I'm going to write the whole thing out. 4x plus 1, right? It's all, first of all, it's all over 3. But this is the number one mistake, guys. Okay, because this is a negative here, what I want you to do is it's minus that whole fraction. So it's minus parentheses x minus 5. Okay, this is the number one mistake is people just make the x negative and they don't change the sign of that negative 5. So basically it's minus that whole thing. So it's you have to distribute that negative basically. So you get 4x plus 1 and then it's minus x plus 5 over 3. Okay? That is the number one mistake. So don't say minus x and then just forget the negative with the 5. It's negative goes to both the x and the negative 5. That's why it's negative x and then plus 5. So you combine like terms and you get 3x plus 6 over 3. Okay? And what do? You factor. So let me move this over just a little bit. That's all right. I'm just going to leave it there. So I'm going to factor out a 3. So I get 3 parentheses. And if I divide each of those by 3, I get x plus 2 over 3. And voila, that cancels, and I just get x plus 2 as my final answer. Okay? But man, number one mistake, guys, right here, number one mistake is not distributing it to both the terms to give you that negative x plus 5. Number one mistake. So just be careful. Okay? All right, let's do another one here. I'm going to do 2x plus 3 over 4. Minus x plus 4 over 4. Okay, so it's 2x plus 3. And again, you can do it here if you want. Distribute that negative. So it's minus x minus 4 over 4. Okay? So 2x minus x, combining like terms, give you x, and 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Okay, you can't factor the top, so that's it. That's your answer. Okay, that's not bad. So let's expand on this just a little bit. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Watch this. 2x plus 3 over 4 minus x plus 4 over 4 plus 3x plus 9 over 4. So you're like, okay, well, they're all like denominators. So I'm doing this, I'm going to put a 4 here. I'm going to draw a line. So do you guys agree it's 2x plus 3? I'm just going to distribute the negative, so negative x minus 4. And pluses, I don't worry about it. It's just plus 3x plus 9. Okay? And now let's combine like terms. So 2x minus x is x, plus 3 is 4x. If you want to use your calculator, you can. Just use the coefficients. So negative 2 and negative, this is really a 1 here. And then plus 3. So 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 3 is 4. So that's how you get the 4x. And then combining the other one, so it's 3 minus 4 plus 9. So 3 minus 4 is negative 1, plus 9 is positive 8 over 4. And of course you're factoring that top. You're factoring your 4 out of there, and I get x plus 2 over 4. That cancels, so I get x plus 2 is my final answer. Okay? It's not bad. Okay, I just want to do a couple more with you guys because I think it's good practice here, and plus I want to show you guys like some canceling here. Okay. So a little bit different denominator here. I'm going to get 2x minus 3 over x plus 2 minus x minus 5 over x plus 2. Okay, no big deal. X plus 2 is in my denominator. The top gives me 2x minus 3. And again, I'm going to distribute that, so it's minus x plus 5. Okay, combine like terms. 2x minus x is x. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Oh, what? X plus 2 over x plus 2. What is it? It's 1. Okay. It's cool. Try another one here. 4x minus 1 over x minus 3 plus negative x plus 4 over x minus 3 minus x plus 9 over x minus 3. Okay, again, 3 terms, no big deal. Okay, I'm just going to do x minus 3 right away on the bottom. Okay, so I get 4x minus 1. That's plus sign, so I'm just going to carry the sign, so it's minus x plus 4. And this one, again, distribute the negative, so minus x minus 9 over x minus 3. So I combine my x's, so 4x minus 1x is 3x, minus 1x is 2x, so 2x. And then negative 1 plus 4 is 3, and 3 minus 9 is negative 6. Over x minus 3. Okay, cool. Factor the top in. Always factor the top. I can factor a 2 out, and I factor 2 out. I get x minus 3. And the bottom is x minus 3. Hey! Remember, you can only cancel if it's exactly the same and there's multiplication. So here it cancels, and my answer is just 2. Okay? Just a couple more examples. I think it's just good to see a bunch of different examples here. Okay, the next one is going to be 2x plus 5 over x times x plus 2 minus x plus 3 over x times x plus 2. Okay, no big deal. So here, wait, let me put the denominator x times x plus 2. And I'm going to have 2x plus 5, and I'm going to distribute the negative, so minus x minus 3. So that gives me 2x minus x is x, 5 minus 3 is 2, over x times x plus 2. Because it's the same, exactly the same, you can cancel it out. And it's 1 over x. Right? If it cancels out, it doesn't just go away, it's a 1 there. So the answer is 1 over x. Okay? All right, last problem. It's, again, a little bit more challenging. 9x plus 10 over 3x plus 2 minus 3x plus 2 over 3x plus 2. So again, not a big deal, guys. You're just distributing a negative 3 here. So again, one denominator, 3x plus 2, distributing the negative. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Well, here, sorry. I need the 9x plus 10 first. Right, that's the first one here. And then I distribute the negative 3. So minus 3x, and then negative 3 times 2 is minus 6. Okay? Combine like terms, so 9x minus 3x is 6x. 10 minus 6 is 4, so positive 4, over 3x plus 2. You've got to factor the top. Factor if you can, and I can take out a 2. So if I divide, 6 divided by 2 is 3, so 3x, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Oh, what? So 3x plus 2's cancel, and your final answer is 2. Okay? So that's it for like denominators, guys. Easy. The only thing you got to be careful of with these problems is right there, that negative, man. You got to make sure you distribute the negative. Very important. You got to combine all your like terms, right? Combine those terms, and then your last step is you got to factor. Because once you factor, that's probably when things can start to cancel. In this case here, you have 3x plus 2 and 3x plus 2. Those cancel, and you wind up with just 2 left over. Okay? All right, my friends, that's it. Have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.